केस कंपटीशन के मैं बात बताता हूँ। फर्स्ट ईयर में मेरी 4 जीपी आई थी, ठीक है, बट आई हैड नथिंग बट कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स। For that matter, I had zero Excel skills also. Like, I only knew a couple of things on Excel, for that matter, during my application at Shark Tank. And I got hired at a better value than people from our college are getting hired after MBA.
So hello guys, today we are on a podcast with our bhaiya Sumit Parekar. He's from IPM 01 batch and he dropped out after BBA. So after his third year he dropped out and after that he went for WorkX. He has some good experience. So his first job was of Shark Tank. He was a business analyst at Shark Tank. After that he changed 3 or 4 jobs. Right now he's working in his fourth job. So trust me, he has good amount of experience to guide us on everything we want to know about his life at IIM, how he developed after that, about bagging jobs after your BBA, which is a counter to the misconception that you can't get good jobs after BBA. So let's start. I hope you have a great experience. So let's meet him first. Hi Bia, how are you?
I'm doing well, Jashil. Thank you for that introduction. I hope you're doing well as well.
I am doing wonderful. And by the way, thanks a lot for agreeing for this podcast. I'm sure it will help many people.
Yeah, I mean, happy to contribute here wherever is required.
Yeah. So let's start with the elephant in the room, which was your journey about Shark Tank, how you backed that, what was the experience at Shark Tank, what all you did at Shark Tank, how did you, like, what were the skills that you needed in that job particularly, and what were your after exit opportunities? I mean, what did you do after that consequently? So you can elaborate on the journey.
Yeah, got it. So basically, Joshil, see, the idea of getting into Shark Tank started with the idea of quitting college in the first place. Like, I decided in the first week after joining college that I will not be a part of this college after MBA. For that matter, I'll not go to any other college also. Because I wanted to have work experience right after my BBA. Because to me, it made no sense to continue doing MBA without actually having work experience. Right, and this point stands true even till date. You can go through the link of my recent post where I've written about my experience at SII. Right, in that I've mentioned what are all the things that are being missed out by MBA students today, and that is a serious factor to consider when people look at getting hired after their bachelor's. I got hired at a better value than people from our college are getting hired after MBA. So it again depends on what you present yourself as and what you build up yourself to be. Right. So getting into Shark Tank was a very ironic journey for me as such. He so all of a sudden, so after my BBA, I was basically working for a consulting firm. This was my first job. I said first internship, and they told me, Sumit will give you 2 months of internship, and then we'll put you on board full time. So my day used to generally look like waking up on a Monday morning, then going to Gurgaon all the way from Hyderabad, then talking to the client, talking to the partner, moving that boxes in the presentation by 2 millimeters, and then calling it that is a collaborative work and all of these things. This is what typical strategy consultant in his early career does, and that is what I was doing as an intern. So I worked there for about 45 days. And 45 days down that job, I see a post on Shark Tank, post on LinkedIn that tells me that there is a requirement of business analyst on Shark Tank. Okay, so what I do there is like I somehow stalk the profile of the recruiting manager. I kind of try to get catch hold of people who are currently working or say who have worked in season one. I see what they have done, and there was a manager guy who was in Shark Tank India season one. So I kind of stalked around his profile. I somehow got him to read my research papers. And then I applied, then I emailed it to him. This is who I am, and this is what I want to do. This is what I bring on board. And at that point, I had nothing but communication skills. Uh, for that matter, I had zero Excel skills also. Like, I only knew a couple of things on Excel for that matter during my application at Shark Tank India. And then my application was quite extensive, I would say, but more than being extensive, it was also intriguing for one to read. So this intriguing factor came in only because right from second month I joined IIM Rohtak, I started interning with various organizations irrespective of the role,
Hmm.
be it in marketing, be it in sales, be it in program management, be it in whatever. I interned without being paid also. Coming back to the application of Shark Tank, the Shark Tank, then I made it to MKC. All I can bring to your board is good communication skills, a small network of good people that I can bring. And then next day, I just wrote in the last of the this thing. You can reach out to me. I mean, I know it is busy for you, but here is my phone number, just in case you feel
Yeah.
like reaching out.
Hmm.
So he reached out the next day at night around 10:30ish. Quite an unexpected time for somebody to shoot a call to a guy who's like working in consulting, right? 6 बजे के बाद तो कोई पार्टनर कॉल नहीं करता था,
Yeah.
right? 10:30 को unknown number से call है, I pick up and then he tells me, hey, I'm from Shark Tank, you getting your email to me. And he then tells me कि there is an interview scheduled for me next day at 2 p.m. And by that time, the Shark Tank I had known was only that I had caught a few glimpses of Shark Tank reels on Instagram. I didn't know anything beyond that. So, and I was told ki, yeah, just get a very thorough understanding of what Shark Tank is, and I was intimidated by that fact. So, when I got a call at 10:30 in the night, 11 o'clock, I start watching Shark Tank until 3 or 4 a.m. Completed the whole season. And then I went to bed. I woke up at 1 p.m., took a shower, and then 2 p.m. का interview है.
Okay.
And then I sat in the interview. First interview went well. It was for 35-40 minutes. And then the next interview started. Next interview was scheduled after a couple of days. So
Yeah.
that interview was quite long with the showrunner and along with the creative director and the business head. So that went for about 2 hours 40 minutes or so.
Nice.
So in Shark
Yeah.
Tank, yeah. And the most surprising part for me was that they called me after like 8 days. I was supposed to join Shark Tank, and after 10-15 days, I was expected in Mumbai office. And the minimum notice period I had to serve in my consulting office was at least 1 month of the notice period has to be served, which was highly impossible at that point.
Hmm.
So I told them, and it was this is the scenario, and clearly I am valuing Shark Tank more at this point because associating with Shark Tank, I'll be able to network with a lot of founders, which is important, which is why I am who I am today. Not that I'm a very big guy today, but yeah, most of my identity is primarily because of the network I've built.
Yeah.
And then in Shark Tank, my role was basically we were a team of 6 people, where we had received almost about 1 lakh applications, and bringing it down to 300 applications or say 250 pitchers who actually came to the tank was the filtration journey was something that me and my team took care of during our tenure at Chapman. This involved talking to a lot of founders, doing a lot of industry research, understanding a lot of uh, factors that come into the play, and then doing a lot of number crunching, banging your head on the table at night 2 o'clock because an Excel file is not working the way it has to work, and understanding how actually Excel is used rather than just being a data storing, say data capturing tool. That Excel is way beyond that. Excel has its own language, its own multiverse, right? So that was all I learned at Shark. Secondly, there was one more thing that I learned at Shark Tank was that you get everything that you ask, anything and everything. So yeah.
Could you
That was a
elaborate
good.
more on that part? Getting everything and anything that you want.
Yeah, so you have to ask for it. Let's say, for example, you're reaching out to me to say, Sumit, you have to come to this podcast. Like,
Hmm.
you only got to, like, I am only here because you asked me.
Yeah.
Right, this is not end here. This is a small gesture that I can say, but then I landed up interviewing at private equity firms, at venture capital firms, and ended up getting offers but not joining them. So Shark Tank was a freelance role, and it was my second job of life. You can check on my LinkedIn, but generally it comes out as my first job after college. Okay, the previous job was basically internship,
Hmm.
and yeah, after Shark Tank, I had joined a company called Passive Solutions based out of Hyderabad. So Passive Solutions was, or say, is a payment settlement platform which was acquired by Cholamandalam Group. Cholamandalam Group is one of the biggest NBFCs in India at the moment, and their strategy of acquiring new customers is by acquiring smaller firms for their technology and tailoring products according to the customers of that smaller firms and selling these products into the market at a slightly higher prices.
Hmm.
So, what Cholamandalam does is to run the business, they hire these business strategists to basically run this business, and then I was hired by they got in touch with me through LinkedIn. I never had to submit my resume to them. They just asked me to submit all the certificates that I've posted on LinkedIn, and that's all. There's no background verification.
Hmm.
I mean, there was a background verification, but yeah, there was no, as such,
Scrutinizing.
scrutinizing or examining, nothing of such kind. So it was primarily around how my communication skills have driven me throughout my Shark Tank India journey, and how I had developed the Excel skills. Right. Again, there were a lot of questions back and forth regarding how a business has to be planned and how a business has to be executed, and a lot of mathematics involved in it. But again, nobody can go wrong on a mathematics done in an Excel sheet. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh, that's what the journey till Cholamandalam looked like. I worked with Chola for a year, post which I got bored of doing the same thing because I was not wanting to continue my career into being a lending strategist, because lending in itself is a very large industry as such, and there are multiple ways of lending, and I was seeing that I was primarily being involved in a monotonous job where there were no new, there was nothing beyond lending for Chola at that point. And Chola saw me as someone who was a top performer, but only restricted to small ticket size lending.
Okay.
I was a top performer, is what I'm saying, because I know I built a book of rupees 0 to rupees 9 crores in 6 7 months only. So I take that, I'll say I was one of the top performers, which no 23 or 22-year-old in Chola ever did in the history of Chola. So
That's actually impressive.
that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, go on, yeah, go on.
And then, yeah, after Chola, there was one day like a back and forth and harsh conversation between me and my boss, or not my boss, actually my super boss, and he told me that I am a 24-year or 23-year-old kid, and I told him, well, in that case, I shouldn't be here, and I left. That day I left, and then I started hunting for jobs. Within 15 days, I had an offer from a private equity firm.
Hmm.
This was purely out of networking on LinkedIn. Uh, in fact, to meet people, to network people, I've not just invested a lot of time. I've invested lakhs of rupees so far, which whatever I was making at Chola,
Hmm.
was using them to travel to different locations like Delhi, Bangalore, Bombay, and network with people. The primary intention was to build a network so strong that even if this job kicks you out tomorrow, then you have a place to rely on. That was the idea. I knew that I will not be able to work with Chola anymore, and that's when I started attending multiple events, talking to a lot of people, emailing a lot of people, cold emailing a lot of people from different countries, and I ended up actually having an in-person meeting with people staying out of India as well. there were at least 7, 8 people who stayed in countries like Dubai, UK, sorry, in cities like Dubai, London, and Seattle, who on and off visited India. And
Hmm.
I had an opportunity to network with them or say catch up with them in person in India when they were here. So again, it is like an opportunity that you get out of communicating to people. And again, when I say you get everything that you ask for, yes, this is what I mean, that you ask for it.
Hmm.
The maximum that's going to happen is the opposite person is going to say no.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, beyond that, if he goes and says something very derogatory, is it going to affect you unless you take it on your ego? No. So basically, be shameless, and then it becomes seamless for you at some point. So that's shamelessness to seamlessness has quite a meaning in it.
Definitely, like it's all about getting dirty on the ground. Uh,
Correct.
if you don't ask, the answer is always no. That is one thing that I have tried to follow as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, when I say there is no wrong question, I strongly believe in this matter that there are always wrong questions that people ask, which go unnoticed. You do not have to sound dumb or you do not have to ask something just for the sake of it. Only if you genuinely want to know about it, only if you genuinely feel what is this? You want to ask about it, you ask for it. Or worst case is that you don't understand anything and you want the opposite person to explain it to you in layman terms, ask for it. Right? Either they'll give you a document, either they'll explain it to you again. Either of the solutions are going to help you understand.
Hmm.
Most of the people take a back step here and back out. Now, again, the problem with a lot of MBAs is that they are able to hold a good conversation, but only for some time, right? Not till the point where it is like there is always a point of no return. When I say point of no return, it's point of no return to awkwardness, right? So after that point of no return, you can literally ask anything.
Hmm.
Like there's a VC that I was networking with, and then we kind of we kind of had a mutual interest in cars and racing. So I happened to cold email him, and in the email I'm mentioning that I am a car enthusiast, and I see that you follow these 6, 7 companies that I am also enthusiastic about, and this is the research that I've done in these car companies, and I would love to know about you and your interest in racing and cars. This is the email that I wrote, and without actually expecting any response on this, and I get a response after 2, 3 days saying, "Call me up on this number next time you're in Delhi."
Okay. Yeah.
So it happens to work that way.
Hmm.
This happens to a point where I mean, I'm not sure if you believe it or not, but I was trying to build something called Fox Capital after my tenure at Chola, where we were helping startups raise funds. We had quite a few inquiries, quite a few deals that were closed. During this time, I somehow happened to catch hold and catch up in person with this guy who handles family office investments of Elon Musk in
Okay.
Delhi.
Yeah.
And I had to literally chase him for 3, 4 months to seek for a 5 minute appointment. And this appointment is of the time where I got to ask him, sir, you're landing in Delhi, right?
Hmm.
Now you're landing in Delhi and the airport is too big. You will have to walk from the departure gate till the parking,
Hmm.
which is at least 7, 800 meters, and which will take about 2 to 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever minutes it takes.
Hmm.
I want that 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever minute it takes
Okay.
to
Yeah.
walk till the departure gate till the parking.
Hmm.
I just want to have a conversation with you. And I actually did end up having a quite an extensive conversation. We walked from the departure gate till the parking. We stood at the parking gate for almost 12 minutes and we had a discussion. So again, how you keep someone intrigued in your conversation kind of uh, leads to who you become, more or less. And similarly, now I'm working with Very Much Indian, which is a traditional Indian fashion brand, and I had business strategy for them. Everything except for operations is something that I am or I would be responsible for. So yeah, this job I never had to give any documents because the founder I knew from my tenure at Shark Tank. This is a Shark Tank India
Yeah,
funded
I
program.
saw it actually. It's based out of nice Nasik, right?
No, it's based out of Pune. We have a production unit in Yeola, which is close by to Nasik.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's quite
Yeah,
genuine. Like as you told in your like this description as well, you have to be genuine when asking questions. So yeah, your
yeah.
journey seems quite
You,
genuine as well.
if you think you have to ask, see, you can make dumb statements, but you can't ask dumb questions. Right? You can make dumb insights. At maximum, people are gonna say कि ठीक है यार, बच्चा है 20 साल का, क्या ही करे, बच्चा है, बच्चे से गलती हो जाती है. But
Yeah.
then you come from a goddamn IIM, and then you asking dumb questions will not basically help you reach anywhere.
Hmm.
And I've seen this happen live in like baby IIMs, at least 3-4 baby IIMs that I've interviewed people from.
Hmm.
So I know this is happening and it is not right. And every time there's someone who asks me a dumb question, I grill them and I say, come back to me later. It's not ego, but it's like it's about giving them the right path. Now, I'm sure कि college में तो बोलते ही होंगे कि you should ask questions, but then nobody tells them how to frame your question. What is it that you should look for? Like if I'm hiring somebody, what revenue am I making makes sense for him to ask, right? But where do the companies see themselves in 5 years is not something that they should ask, right?
Yeah, agree. Yeah, true.
Correct. And of course, the company का funding status पूछो, who has funded, who is backing you, who is backing you, or say what are the plans in next 1-2 years, ये पूछो यार. जो जिससे तुम्हें मतलब नहीं है वो मत पूछो. जिस इंफॉर्मेशन का तुम कुछ नहीं करने वाले वो मत पूछो. As simple as that. और जो तुम्हें जानना है वो उसका मतलब बने तो ही पूछो.
Definitely, yeah. I really resonate with this topic, and that is how I introduced myself to you too.
Yeah.
तो the thing is कि हम यहाँ पे IPM में we are studying बहुत सारे subjects थोड़ा.
Correct.
तो although हम psychology पूरी नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, but we are still studying some bit of it. Now that you're someone who has just gone through all of that journey in your 3 years, and you have also worked in your corporate for 2 years almost now. So now what do you think is the benefit of being the jack of all trades but master of none?
See, the benefit of being a jack of all trades is you have a point to make in all the aspects. A sensible point if you are a decent student, right? Or let's say a sensible point to make, a sensible insight to make. If you are somebody who actually spends time in, like, valuing what you're learning. Your CGPA is not a variable over here. Okay? Irrespective of what CGPA you get, what you incur out of what you have learned is very important. And I think this is why CGPA is never a criteria for a decent company to hire. Right? So that's what I think in terms of psychology. I think psychology was a personal interest as well for me. So psychology, to me personally, has taught a lot about people. I have done a lot of research myself, written a lot of research papers which I never published. And then now if I stack, I recently was going through and I stacked all the research papers on different topics that I had written as a part of psychology. It's more than a book now.
Okay.
Getting to understand people, I think, is the most important life skill. If you have, like, if you know what the opposite person is going to think about this statement after I have spoken it, but if you know about it before you speak out, you have earned a blue tick in your life.
One more question that I have is कि जब भी we talk with second year rights, third year rights, there is a very common misconception that कि नहीं यार आपका थर्ड ईयर के बाद तो जॉब लग ही नहीं सकती है. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल इन BBA प्रोग्राम स्पेशली, वो भी यहाँ पे IIM रोहतक. प्लस लोग जब आते हैं यहाँ पे दे कम विद द माइंड सेट किया ठीक है 3 साल करेंगे प्लस 2 years करेंगे 5 साल करके ही जाना है. इट इज़ अ सिक्योरिटी फॉर देम, दैट MBA डिग्री इज़ अ सिक्योरिटी फॉर देम. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट आपके लिए वो सिक्योरिटी नहीं था, मतलब आई मीन फॉर फर्स्ट वीक यू हैड कि छोड़ना ही है उसके बाद, बट व्हाट अबाउट चेंजिंग दिस माइंडसेट? आई मीन लाइक आपका सीधा एग्जांपल हो कि यू बैक गुड ऑफर्स आफ्टर योर थर्ड ईयर एज वेल फॉर जॉब्स एज वेल, तो व्हाट डू यू से ऑन दैट? हाउ डज वन प्रोसीड फॉर दैट?
सो यार देखो, बेसिकली जॉब तो मिलता है अगर आप ढूंढते हो ढंग से तो. Again, in my opinion, I feel कि see, you need to put in that right kind of effort to get a job. If you don't put that effort, even in your MBA, आपका placement फिर नहीं होगा, right? There's always this 10% of the batch जो college place नहीं कर पाता है, which nobody talks about. And what I'm trying to say is, if you try enough, you will be able to land a job in your third year also, which I did. When I say trying enough, I think developing the right skills, understanding what is it that you want from your own career, what is it that you expect from yourself. I think having clarity over these questions really helps you in defining what skills you need. So, for me, the desirable career was either getting into strategy consulting or getting into investment banking, which today makes no sense to me.
So why was that?
So basically, investment banking में ऐसा होता है कि यार it is one of the most glorified roles in India, except for any B school. But what you actually do in investment banking, at least in India, is that you're basically either in middle office or in back office, right? US में कोई बंदा बैठ के deals close कर रहा है, and you are just helping that guy in making the right presentations, making the right Excel sheets, projections, and all of these things, with zero client facing role. आप किसी इन्वेस्टर से बात नहीं कर रहे इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में रहकर, आपका काम वहीं पे लिमिट हो जाता है. हम फाइंडिंग द इन्वेस्टर्स, emailing them, but when it comes to taking a call with them, some guy with 25 years of experience in investment banking will take that call, or some young chap out of US is going to take that call, right? और अगर वो डील क्लोज हो जाता है, he will earn the bonus, you will get like 5% of whatever the profit they make as a individual. जो बंदा आपका, जो जिसके बैक एंड की सारी मेहनत आपने करी हो, बस आप बोनस नहीं ले पा रहे बिकॉज यू हैवंट स्पोकन, योर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल हैजंट कम इनटू द प्ले, राइट? सो उस बॉल गेम में जाने का क्या फायदा जिस बॉल का फ्रीक्वेंसी आपको मैच ही नहीं करता, राइट? I'm saying this after working for investment banking for 28-29 days.
Yeah.
After that I was like, कल से मैं ऑफिस नहीं आ रहा हूँ, मेरे को अपने झूठ बोल के ऑन बोर्ड किया था. Yeah, I'm not coming to office from tomorrow. Do whatever you want.
So you had experience in that as well too. So we can go forward with the earlier question. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. So basically, again, I knew कि I wanted to get into investment banking or strategy consulting. So वहाँ पे most required skills were to have good communication skills and being able to drive a conversation with confidence and being able to drive a conversation with random people. These were the three most expected skills from you. Presentation skills तो ठीक है, presentation बनाने वाली skill, जिसको Excel ढंग का आता है वो presentation भी ढंग का बना ही लेता है. And at that point, I think there was some software that the consulting firm that I used to work with had. So basically, you had to give pointers, page-wise pointers for in the software, and it builds PPT on its own basis of brand theming, or say how their standardization is there in for that company. So all we had to do is write page-wise content, what is required, and it glorifies itself. So that technology was there in India in 2022. So that was what was expected from any consultant or any investment banker. And I think I knew I wanted to be in one of these roles, and therefore I focused a lot on my communication skills. Analytics is one of the primary skills that I feel most of the college student like this, but nobody wants to put in that effort. Analytics skills में क्या है यार, आपको बस प्रेडिक्शन बताना है एक बिजनेस का. से फॉर एग्जांपल मैं आपको बता दूं कि एक साल का ट्रेंड है, एक साल में 12 महीने, पहले 7 महीने में जनवरी टू जुलाई में आपने ट्रेंड देखा कि 10% सेल इंक्रीज हो रहा है. फिर अगस्त सितंबर से इंक्रीज होने लगा नवंबर तक कि 20% बढ़ रहा है, और उसके बाद वापस से नॉर्मल आ गया कि 10% पे बढ़ रहा है। तो आपका प्रिपरेशन तो सिंपल रहेगा ना कि ठीक है, अगस्त से फेस्टिव सीजन इंडिया में स्टार्ट होता है, इसकी वजह से सेल्स बढ़ती है दिवाली पे। नवंबर के आसपास दिवाली आके खत्म हो जाती है, उसके बाद वापस ट्रेंड नॉर्मल हो जाता है, राइट? तो आपको बस यही चीज थॉट्स को कनेक्ट करना है, एबल टू मेक द मोस्ट आउट ऑफ एनालिटिक्स। नाउ अभी this is just a trend that I randomly spoke, right? You can fit this trend in any aspect: sales of phones, sales of cars, sales of clothes, sales of fashion, sales of food, sales of travel companies, sales of travel agencies, sales of logistics, anything. This fits in any industry. तो ये एक इंडिया का ट्रेंड आपको पता चल गया। नाउ इसमें कितना डिफरेंस आएगा, कितना हिट ले रहा है, इज अगेन स्पेसिफिक टू इंडस्ट्री, राइट? जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया में दिवाली के दौरान कार्स बहुत बिकती है, साउथ इंडिया में दिवाली के या दशहरा के दौरान ज्वेलरी बहुत बिकती है, राइट? तो अगेन कनेक्टिंग these dots will help you really have a lot of clarity, be a good analyst, be a great analytical thesis developer, right? And this is possible in just 6 months of working, 6 months of development, and I think colleges are really missing out on teaching these skills.
That's one step ahead. और उतना कोई सोचता नहीं है because people just think about exams, people just thinks about grades.
Correct. It's not one step ahead. That's what I'm trying to say. How you relate it into your so it's probably not going to gain you marks in your examination, but it's going to gain you marks in your placement, right? It's going to get you 1 lakh rupees more in your placement. Why don't you think of it in that aspect? Like कोई भी ऐसा सोचता ही नहीं है कि यार ये मेरे को कोई कंपनी में पूछेगा तो मैं इसको कैसे रिलेट करता हूँ? Do I have an answer for that? So मेरे को कॉलेज में ये था, फर्स्ट ईयर में मेरी 4 जीपी आई थी, ठीक है, और मेरे को मेल आ गया था कि अगले साल अगले सेमेस्टर में आपको 4 जीपी आ गया तो कॉलेज के बाहर कर, ठीक है। बट कॉलेज में पूरे बैच में फुल टाइम प्लेसमेंट मेरे अकेले की ही लगी थी बीबीए के बाद, और आज भी मेरे पूरे 3 बैच पास आउट हो गए, मेरे अकेले की ही लगी है। मैं तो इनफैक्ट ये भी बोल रहा हूँ कि यार try to put that across as what a business would see in this value that I'm learning. ठीक है, if the moment you start thinking कि ये इसके आगे कैसे यूटिलाइज होगा, that is where half your competition is already out, right? कि half your competition या say half your job is already secured. उसके बाद तो you will develop confidence कि ठीक है यार कॉलेज के प्लेसमेंट से बाहर भी कर देंगे तो खुद से तो जॉब मिल ही जाएगी, राइट? अभी टुडे आई एम एबल टू से कि भाई मेरे को बिना सीवी दिए भी जॉब मिल जाती है, इज ओनली बिकॉज आई नो कि इतना तो मैं जानता हूँ कि बिना सीवी
You're capable enough basically.
हाँ, मेरे पहले के काम की वजह से या मेरे अंडरस्टैंडिंग की वजह से आई विल बी एबल टू लैंड अ रेस्पेक्टेबल रोल, राइट? सो सेकंड एंड थर्ड ईयर या फर्स्ट ईयर कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स को शायद से उतना ना पता हो, बट यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ रिसोर्सेस यार। मेरे टाइम पे मैं जब कॉलेज में था तब लॉकडाउन अभी आया नहीं था, कोविड अभी दुनिया को पता ही नहीं था, पॉडकास्ट अभी दुनिया को पता ही नहीं था कि इतना बढ़िया होता है। तुम्हारे लिए बिजनेस पॉडकास्ट इतने सारे बढ़िया रिसोर्सेस हैं, नितिन कामत है, राज शमानी है, इनके पॉडकास्ट में देखो, यू विल फाइंड अ लॉट ऑफ बिजनेस केस स्टडीज। मेक केस स्टडीज फॉर योरसेल्फ, complicate things for yourself, but present it with simplicity to other people. Because when you present, you are not presenting for your own consumption.
I think भैया यहाँ पे one thing that helps our college, it's an opinion कि case comps help a lot. I mean people are they analyze a case बैठ के
केस कंपटीशन के मैं बात बताता हूँ अभी, like we floated a case study competition in IIM Rohtak only. I was the judge for that, and this was going to lead to students getting placed in my company, ठीक है, for an MBA student.
Yeah.
And I am the recruiting manager, I am the reporting manager, ठीक है. And I have done BBA from IIM Rohtak. So when I floated the case study, case competitions, so there were about there were say X number of applicants. Now 80% of the applications had I tried to paste content from ChatGPT. जो 10% of the जो 20% अभी बचा है ना, in that people had done wrong mathematics. Like अब 80% के बाद जो 20% बचा है, उसमें भी 10% में मैथमेटिक्स गलत की है एक्सेल पे. एक्सेल पे मैथमेटिक्स कौन गलत करता है भाई? तुम दिमाग में सोचो ना कि तुम्हें 100 में से 15 कितनी बार निकालने हैं. 6 बार तो यूं ही निकल जाता है. करेक्ट?
या करेक्ट.
तो दिस इज द सिंप्लिसिटी आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. एंड जो बचे 5-6 लोग थे, उनमें से आई वाज लाइक कि ठीक है, ये चैट जीपीटी हटा दो, ऐसे 80% तो हटा दिए. फिर बचे 20% है, उसमें से भी आधे हट गए क्योंकि मैथमेटिक्स गलत किया था. फिर जो बचे लोग थे उसमें से फिर देख रहा हूँ कि हाँ ठीक है, मैथमेटिक्स तो थोड़ा बहुत इसको आता है और चैट जीपीटी इसने यूज नहीं किया, मतलब खुद का दिमाग लगाया है. एंड फिर वो 5-6 लोगों में से ही मुझको शॉर्टलिस्ट करना था आइडियली. So that's what I'm talking about. यार केस कॉम्पिटिशंस until and unless the point you look कि अगर मैं केस कॉम्पिटिशन तुम्हें दे भी रहा हूँ फॉर एग्जांपल केस स्टडी, तो तुम उसका एंड पर्पस देखो ना. तुम्हें जितना पूछा गया वो तो है ही है, बट उसका एंड पर्पस भी तो देखो कि अगर ये बंदा मेरे से पूछ रहा है कि अगर इसको 10 करोड़ लोगों का डाटा दे दिया इंडिया में से, टियर 1 सिटीज में से, और ये बोल रहा है कि इनकी इनकम कैटेगरी ये होनी चाहिए, तो कौन केस स्टडी दे रहा है, उसके क्या प्रोडक्ट्स है, ये क्यों पूछ रहा होगा, ये 10 करोड़ लोगों का डेटा से क्या करेगा, इनको अगर मैं ट्रेंड दे दूं तो इसको बेचने के लिए कितनी आसानी होगी, ये भी तो देखना होता है. केस कॉम्पिटिशंस में तो इट्स लाइक इट्स नॉट द टाइम दैट यू जस्ट फुलफिल व्हाट हैज बीन आस्क्ड. इट्स द टाइम वेयर यू गिव above over and above what has been asked on how this could be used in their business. And this is what I'm looking for. This is what everybody is looking for. क्योंकि खाना पूर्ति तो हर कोई कर रहा है यार.
अभी तक इस पॉडकास्ट में मेरी सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग, और मैं जो चाहूँगा कि लोगों को जनरली सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग वो यही है कि व्हेनेवर यू आर लर्निंग कोर्सेज, यार इट्स नॉट जस्ट अबाउट ग्रेड्स और द स्कोर दैट यू विल गेट. इट्स अबाउट तुम रियल लाइफ में क्या कर रहे हो उसका. आई मीन व्हाट्स द रियल लाइफ इम्पैक्ट दैट यू आर क्रिएटिंग, व्हाट्स योर कैपेबिलिटी, इंक्रीज क्या हुआ कैपेबिलिटी में. या सिमिलरली गोज विद केस कॉम्प्स की. या गो ऑन. या
मेरे साथ भी यही था यार कि मेरे को फर्स्ट ईयर में 4 जीपी आई थी, सेकंड ईयर में थोड़ा बहुत इंप्रूव हुआ था, थर्ड ईयर के सेकंड सेमेस्टर या फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर के बाद ही मेरे को कॉलेज से मैसेज आ गया था कि यू नो अगर आपका 5.5 का ओवरऑल जीपीए, मतलब ये तो पूरे बैच को आया था, उस टाइम मेरी 5.5 के अबव पूरे कॉलेज को आ गया था कि इफ एनीबॉडी लैक्स 5.5 जीपीए देन दे विल बी नॉट अलाउड टू कंटिन्यू एमबीए. और उस टाइम में मेरे दिमाग में यही थॉट चल रहा था कि तू क्या निकालेगा भाई, मैं ही निकलूंगा. क्योंकि ऑनेस्टली थोड़ा 1-2 साल डाउन योर करियर, यू विल फाइंड कि जो केस कॉम्पिटिशंस तुमने सॉल्व करके जीती है वो भी मजाक ही लग रही है तुम्हें, क्योंकि उसके आगे की चीजें तो तुमने बताई ही नहीं.
हाँ 100% या एग्री.
राइट. अब तुम कॉलेज में लोग केस कॉम्पिटिशन इसीलिए प्रोवाइड करते हैं ताकि उनको डेटा मिले, या डेटा को देखने का अलग अलग तरीका मिले. राइट. जितना टाइम तुमने उस केस स्टडी को सॉल्व करके जीतने में लगाया है, उससे 2 गुना टाइम एक एनालिस्ट को ऑफिस में बैठ के ये सोचने में लगा रहा होता है कि इसको मैं कैसे इस्तेमाल करूं. राइट. और मोस्ट लाइकली यू विल बी दैट एनालिस्ट इफ यू आर विनिंग दैट केस स्टडी कंपटीशन. बट इमेजिन कि आपने ये भी बोल दिया कि इसको क्या इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि आपने ही बनाया, आपने ही सॉल्व किया, आप सोल्यूशन. राइट. आपके लिए तो 1/4 ऑफ द टाइम देना चाहिए इसको आगे कैसे इस्तेमाल करना है. अगर आप वो भी उसके साथ में बता दो, फिर तो ऑफर लेटर ही आना है ना रिप्लाई में.
100%. दिस थिंग इज माय बिगेस्ट लर्निंग अभी तक कि एज आई सेड कि व्हाट्स अहेड ऑफ कि तुमसे क्या पूछा गया उसके बाद क्या अल्टीमेट लर्निंग क्या है, व्हाटएवर इट्स लीडिंग टू. तो भैया वी आर
कि जो कंज्यूम करने वाला है वो क्या करेगा इसका. अगर इफ यू आंसर योरसेल्फ दीस क्वेश्चंस, आई थिंक नथिंग लाइक इट, नथिंग कैन बीट दैट.
So yeah, we are coming towards an end of this podcast. अब sadly मतलब मेरे लिए it was बहुत ज़्यादा learning. तो let's talk about the last questions, which is first of all your future learnings, future plans की what are you planning अभी के बाद, and second thing is कि what's your final advice to someone like हम जैसे लोगों के लिए who are in college, who are still thinking career भी नहीं पता क्या करना है, MBA भी नहीं पता करना है नहीं करना, everything about that, around that. Yeah.
So answering your first question, my future plans. देखो अभी तो फ्यूचर प्लान ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. There is a very interesting problem associated with the startup that I'm currently working, and I'm seeing a big opportunity over here. And I think that problem should be the problem we are solving. That industry should expand its size, and we are looking at a potential growth of at least 50x, 100x in next 2-3 years. तो आ जाएगा तो उसके बाद थोड़ा बहुत क्रिएट हो जाएगा फिर इंडस्ट्री इम्पैक्ट पे को सो माय आइडिया ऑफ बीइंग इनटू स्टार्टअप्स इज नॉट जस्ट टू सॉल्व अ प्रॉब्लम एंड क्रिएट अ कंज्यूमर लेवल इम्पैक्ट बट टू क्रिएट एन इंडस्ट्री लेवल इम्पैक्ट कि जब हमारी कंपनी इंडस्ट्री लेवल पे इम्पैक्ट करेगी कि हमने कोई डिजाइन लाया है या हमने कुछ किया है और वो पूरी इंडस्ट्री को थोड़ा बहुत डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है दैट इज वेयर आई वांट टू बी. I think that is clear in my mind since the day I joined here. Industry level जब तक impact ना create करता हूँ तब तक I am here in this startup. Secondly, the advice that I have for first year, second years, third years is कि fancy चीजों के पीछे मत भागो. Fancy English use करना, fancy mathematics दिखाना, fancy Excel sheet develop करना is attractive on papers. But when you present it तो अगर तुम फैंसी एक्सेल शीट ऐसे ऑडिटोरियम में प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो 4,000 लोग तुम्हें देख रहे हैं एंड सब लोग ताली बजा रहे हैं कि तुमने इतना बढ़िया काम किया. उसमें से 4,000 में से ना 3,990 लोगों को तुम्हें समझ भी नहीं आएगा कि एक्सेल शीट पे तुमने क्या, और 10 लोग वही लोग होंगे जिनने तुम्हें मदद की है उस एक्सेल शीट को बनाने में. तो आइए वो किसी को समझ में नहीं आने वाला. कीप इट सिंपल, प्रेजेंट इट सिंपल, टॉक अबाउट इट इन अ सिंपल मैनर. राइट, अभी भी मैं लर्निंग्स के बारे में तुम्हें बता सकता था कि स्किल एनहांसमेंट्स आर वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरे को नहीं आता है एनहांस करके बताना. पॉइंट इज कि मैं बता सामने वाले को इजीली कंज्यूमेबल भी होना चाहिए, दिमाग लड़ा के करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए. राइट, एंड जितना तुम कॉर्पोरेट, आई मीन आई एम assuming कि you will all end up in corporates or most of you will want to be in corporates. The level of seniority in corporates is directly proportional to the level of dumbness people have. It's not about dumbness basically, it's about that उनका दिमाग और कॉम्प्लेक्स चीजों पे ऑक्यूपाइड होता है. If he is delegating you a complex problem to solve, he has a complexer problem to solve in his mind, part of which has been delivered to you. So the simple way you present it to him, if you to human appreciate it. Everybody talks in Hindi. ये तो मेल पे हम इंग्लिश में लिखते तो है बड़े बड़े शब्द. जब तुम कॉल करके बात करते हो कॉर्पोरेट में आने के बाद सब लोग बोलते हैं भाई हिंदी में समझो. ठीक है, कीप इट सिंपल. बट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज कि कीप इट सिंपल. इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू बी कि कोई तुम्हें बोल रहा है कि ये गवार कहाँ से है, कोई नहीं बोल रहा है. Everybody wants to communicate in simple language. Everybody wants to understand things simply. Nobody wants to put over and above efforts to understand what you are saying. Everybody wants to जाके बोल के मारना. It's not always about using the language, using the fancy terms you learned in your French classroom. कुछ नहीं होता है. Everybody speaks simple. It's only the college students who feel दुनिया बहुत complex है, दुनिया को complex चीजें, fancy चीजें पसंद आती है. Corporate में आने के बाद you will be the first person to hate the complex and fancy shit. That's all.
So yeah, we are at the end of the podcast. So honestly, on an ending note, this has been a really great one this evening, learning from you, and I hope जो हमारा audience है, whoever will has been watching this podcast इतना देखा है तो I mean sure learn तो कर ही रहा है, कुछ तो सीख ही रहा है. But yeah, learnings, I hope people take those learnings. मेरा पर्पस ये था कि जो कॉमन मिसकंसेप्शंस हैं और बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेवलेंट वो है कि यार as we talked in the podcast about it as well कि grades सब कुछ, not looking at the actual impact in the world क्या हो रहा है उसका, not looking at actually क्या करना चाह रहे हो. And that was why I reached out to you because you were the best person I knew अपने college से कि जो actually was doing those things. And honestly quite impressed by your journey and I wish you really all the best. I mean, you did
So
those roles.
investment
You growed in those roles. Just a break, भैया.
इसी के
Sorry. We have not gotten any R अभी तक. वो कोर्स में था, but वो टीचर ने पढ़ाया ही नहीं. So yeah, we missed on that.